Hello, my name is John, and today we're going over 2 limiting beliefs and how they're ruining your life. But how would I know what is ruining your life? Well, besides knowing what ruined my life for a while, I worked with over 100 clients in one-on-one life coaching sessions. There's been some consistent patterns that keep popping up. With some simple exercises, I've been able to help them get past these beliefs and unlock their true potential. So today we're going to be talking about these 2 limiting beliefs and what you can do about them today so that you're not going to be held back by them any longer. For each of these beliefs, I'm going to give you a piece of specialized advice for that particular belief. And then at the end, I'm going to give you some special techniques you can use to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Some people get rid of them in just a few days. If you're not familiar with shadow work, I recommend that you watch my other videos on shadow work and limiting beliefs, but otherwise, let's get into it. So the first belief is the most dangerous of all. It affects every single part of our lives, and it causes us to freeze up to not do the things that we want to get done. It causes us to procrastinate, and it even causes us to blame others when we fail. When this belief is inflamed and active, I know I feel especially small and insignificant, and I try to be as efficient as possible, getting as much done. I have to be as fast as possible, but this actually leads to analysis paralysis, making sure I do the right thing, because oh no, what if I mess up and do the wrong thing? And this is also a problem that I see in myself, but I don't see it in others. I'm talking about the belief that I'm not good enough. The belief that I am not good enough can cause many people to become codependent or to procrastinate and to not achieve their dreams because they're not doing the regular maintenance that they need in their life. They're not eating healthy, not getting enough sleep, or avoiding reading books, etc. Kind of rambling on, but this belief affects every single part of your life and eventually it's going to make you feel pretty miserable. That's the really weird part about this belief is so often we can see the value in others, but not in ourselves. In just a minute, I'll show you what to do about it. But if you have this next belief too, we'll definitely need to work on all of it. If we only work on one part of it, you'll still fail to progress in life and you won't get the results you're looking for. So let's look at this other belief and let's see if you also have this one. The next belief that really wrecks with people's minds has to do with resources. When we feel like we have plenty of time or money, it's real easy to be generous and kind with what we have. But if we don't have enough, or we perceive that we don't, then we'll act with what is called a scarcity mindset. So while the last belief was about not being enough, this one is about not having enough. And it's the belief that I don't have enough, fill in the blank. This belief that we don't have enough can infect so many parts of our lives. It's almost too numerous to count. The sign that it's affecting you is that if you feel like you cannot give generously, or you feel like you need to conserve as much as possible, and this doesn't even have to get to the point of hoarding to be a problem. Now, the most common way I see this pop up with my clients is saying that they don't have enough time. And the reality is, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and most of us are spending at least 2 hours a day on this. We could use it for other things, and I'm guilty of this too, so don't hear any shame. For this one, the belief has to do with the exact story that you tell yourself. For example, why don't you have enough time? I used to tell myself that I didn't have enough time because I needed to call family or hang out with my friends or I needed to take care of my dog, and that would just make me too tired, and that then I would go home and play video games for 3 hours or more. So yeah, I had the time, I just didn't feel like I could spend it the way that I wanted. So, let's say you've taken some time to think about or journal about these 2 things, and you've discovered that you believe you're not enough, or that you don't have enough, or both. What can we do about it? Well, for these 2 limiting beliefs, I have 2 fixes that are going to help you. The first one is to rewrite the story. Eventually, the more you dig into these beliefs, and you're probably going to come across a core memory. Kind of like they show you in Inside Out. Core memory is a strong memory where you walked away with the belief that you're not good enough or that you didn't have enough. I'm going to give you some examples to help you figure out where that belief or what memory caused that. Think about your parents or your family. Often, a lot of my clients have parents or family that have really high expectations of them, most commonly around school, but it can also be sports or something else. And not getting recognized for your academic achievements or your sports abilities can definitely be a cause, but it could happen for anything else that's important to you, something that you're proud of. And the belief about not having enough could be a single event, like one night of not getting enough food, or it could be a long-term thing, like a chronically neglectful parent or friend. Writing about these beliefs to uncover the lie is a great way to help yourself feel less overwhelmed by the belief and to remove it from your life. Start by asking yourself the following questions. What am I not good enough for? When did I not get what I needed in life? What memories do I keep thinking about from my past? And did I feel like I was not good enough or didn't have enough? And this last one is the simplest, but it can help you get deeper on any belief. What is making me feel this way? Once you identify the story that you're telling yourself, then you are ready for the advice of the wise sages of Fall Out Boy. The best part of believe is the lie. Bonus points if you know what song that comes from and can add it to the comments down below. Your next goal is to identify times when this story was a lie. In what ways this story or this belief has not been true in your life. Write down at least 5 experiences that prove that this story or this belief is not true all the time. So for example, I used to believe I wasn't good enough, but I wrote down sometimes when I either performed really well in school or at college or hanging out with friends or when a friend looked to me for advice or when I got a promotion at my main job. Now, what if you don't have anything that you've ever accomplished? What if you feel like everything you've done in your life has just been very boring or basic? Well, start as small as possible. Did you get out of bed this morning? Did you cook yourself a meal this week? These are accomplishments, and you should be proud of them. We all start at different points, and there is no shame here. After you've created this list, I strongly recommend reviewing this list several times a week and adding to it when you do something new that you're proud of or something that you feel like was a big accomplishment for you. I like to review mine in the morning because it's a great way to start off my day, reminding myself of the things that I have been able to do. Makes it a little easier to jump into productivity and doing the things I want to do today. Okay, so you've done that, but you're still feeling that some of these stories and these beliefs are just way too strong. They're way too true and too real. I mean, it's just always going to be this way, right? That's not true. The last thing you can do is a short exercise that I like to do with most of my clients during a customized one-on-one session. Now, we're going to go ahead and do a short generalized version here on this video so that you can get an idea of what that's like, but it's also going to give you an actual exercise you can practice at home. So if you're ready for the exercise, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to picture the core memory that's been holding you back. I want you to remember it and to walk through the memory like it's really happening. But I want you to make it as ridiculous and funny and weird as possible. I want you to add your favorite TV show or movie character to the memory. It could be a Pokemon or a superhero or John Wick. These are just some starter examples to get your mind going. Now rewatch the memory with that change. Rewatch the memory with that character added in. Now I want you to change how you look in the memory. If you were a young kid, make yourself a bigger, stronger version of yourself. And if someone in the memory was being rude or abusive, I want you to change them too. Experience it like they were a tiny little mouse squeaking at you instead of yelling or being abusive. Keep making little changes like this to the memory. relive it with these changes over and over again. As you keep going, you're going to notice that it starts to feel a lot less intense very quickly. You could open your eyes back up. Now, a quick note, you can go back and remember this event without the changes anytime you want. You're not corrupting the memory, but you're helping your brain to connect this memory to another thing in your mind. And basically builds like a little bridge between them so that you can jump from that memory into something else as quickly as possible, which helps make the memory less intense, which means you can actually kind of get on with your life a lot faster. There's other benefits to it, but that gives you the rough idea. By journaling and reimagining the event, you give yourself a chance to actually move on from these limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Now, if this was difficult to do while watching a video, don't worry, I understand. It's a lot easier to do when you're guided directly with a coach. So if you want to schedule a free session with me, click the link down below for my Calendly link and subscribe for more free videos on shadow work and improving your life. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.